Dice.
Stop! He just touched every single one, you bitch!
Does he have the Will Wheaton curse?
Oh, thankfully.
Then why does it matter if he's touching your dice?
Because one of them was rolling really, really well, and now he just offset the energy.
He's probably staring at you, by the way, right now.
He rolled a 9.
Because it is a possibility he might roll a d20 on his charisma check, as well as a nat 20 on his sleight of hand. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Anyway, when we last left off, you guys had stranded that one guy on his ship. You sailed off into the anchorage itself and found yourselves at a pirate bar, where you said about having some conversations, and then at some point your little gnome friend decided to cast a spell. And everything went sideways. Literally. The entire bar somehow ended up in the ethereal plane. And you started getting attacked by phase spiders as you had accidentally invaded their nest. Now, after having dispatched as many spiders as appeared in front of you, you're left with a few dead pirates. And all of you guys, thankfully, still alive. Now, what would you like to do?
Are there like windows or anything in this place?
No, actually. There's no windows.
Turn to look at Run. What did you do?
You know, this cannot be blamed on me this time. This is an act of... Okay, I guess maybe... I guess me being a chaos agent. Let's look out the door. And he goes to open the door.
Outside it's hard to describe. There's no light out there, and yet it's as if there's drifting whiteness everywhere. It is dark but white, as if everything out there is fog and shadow.
Probably best to close the door.
Okay, I'm showing darkness on my screen. Oh, there we go.
The black screen.
Remember, it was like supposed to be like darker, like the people who don't have dark.
Okay, what is...
You don't have to. There's no.
Okay, so... Yep. Okay, I'm good. You know, we have definitely, plane shifted. And he fumbles in his pocket and feels that bean that's there that appeared after they returned from the tavern where he met his patron. Because he no longer has the coin, correct?
Do a search of your inventory. Roll investigation.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if I remember right, you don't need it to contact her anymore.
Investigation is a... Hold on a second here. Of my +7.
You pat down your pockets, but you do not find any coin that you can associate with the tavern.
Okay, and what about the beanie weenie that popped up after they left the tavern?
You do have one of those. At least one.
Um, I, this would be considered a magical item, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so my history check would probably help me out to figure out if this would be. Oh my. Or as George Takai would say, oh my.
Did that show up on everyone's screen?
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, your history, you know that it's a bean of the bag of beans, and you know the effects.
Okay, I did not have one show up on my screen.
So it's probably in your inventory. Probably check the top of your journal.
Okay, inventory. Now I do remember that I posted a bean in my inventory, but I do not see it.
In the journal. You know where your character sheet is?
Yeah.
There should be a file labeled bag of beans. Up top. Should be like the topmost item up there. Those are things you can click on in your journal.
I have characters, companions, spells, handouts.
Okay, weird that isn't showing up on yours.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the history check.
Okay.
There we
Yeah.
go.
It just popped
There
up
you
for
go.
me. Yeah.
Sorry, that's why I was getting confused. It's because you claimed that you saw it and it was something else that you saw.
Yeah, the very top that I have is sailing ship and warship.
Yeah, bag of beans should be there now.
So he thinks it's a very good idea not to use this bean right now.
Yeah.
Well, uh, well, she said that I could, mistress, could you lend a little bit of a hand here?
Roll 1d100.
Oh.
God. This is probably one of them like divine help type things, ain't it?
You were a cleric.
If it wasn't the Lady of Chaos.
You do not hear anything. It seems like you might be on your own at the moment.
Hmm. Well, And you kind of see him rubbing his chin, and you see Mage Hand scratching his head.
David is still kind of cautious because the last spider phased away, and they could phase back at any time, and so I'm not gonna let my guard down.
I'm not looking good on spells, guys. So if they do phase back in, I hopefully I still have a wild shape left, so there's that. But I gotta save the rest of my spells for healing because we don't have a cleric.
You're still currently a bear.
Change out of bear form.
Out of character, luckily, Run kind of knows how to use his spells efficiently, but with the added nuance. Now it's kind of he's kind of having to find what's the best way to put it? The path of least resistance through the chaos of craziness.
Happen to be pecking a cure wound.
Because I have a feeling that even if he was to cast Eldritch Blast, that would trigger. Okay. Let's see. You know, the I think that the only thing that we may have to try is trial and error.
I have an idea, but I don't want to do it exactly. If maybe I called out to her and said I was ready to make a deal,
Ooh.
that might get her attention. Do we want to do that? Because then we're going to have two wild magic people in the party.
Maybe
Do
I
we
really.
do we have any other options right now, though?
I don't think so.
But I could always try to cast another a spell to see what may or may not happen.
Could kill us all, or could bring us back.
And how do we know that this person won't just send us right back here after making the deal?
He's got a point.
True.
Well,
I'm at half health right now. So if this, just in case this spell going off does cause any adverse effects that may damage any of us, I've got 3 spells left. Dovit, you rage, and it wouldn't harm you as much, and then anybody else that hurt badly, I could cure wounds.
Just like go dive behind the bar, wait for him to cast something.
I can actually see that. I could always cast something. Everyone runs to the nearest cover.
Yeah.
Except for Dovit, because Dovit feels a fondness towards you because of his time with the gnomes.
I'm gonna go sling behind something too and just like try to hide as much of my body as I can, avoid any major damage.
Okay. Well, looks like everyone is expecting it, so Run will cast Eldritch Blast at the ceiling.
All right.
Oh dear God, what am I doing?
I'm imagining
No,
a rock
Nothing
sharp.
weird seemed to have happened. This Eldritch Blast.
Well, that seemed to not triggered anything.
Like, peek my eyes up over the bar, just like hop over and then go check outside and see if it's changed.
You open the doors and you still see mist and shadow.
Flame it shut immediately. We're still here.
Oh fuck.
That spell missed.
Uh,
Um, I done forgot what.
you rolled a 100.
No,
That's
I
what
was. Yeah, no, I was trying to think of the spells that was in the wizard's tome,
Uh-huh.
and I had forgotten where I had put my sheet at that had all the spells on it,
Um
because I was going to see if plane shift might be in there. Although, since I'm not a ritual caster, it would.
but I am.
Ah.
Oh, I said I changed it out of the cave bear.
um.
Oh, I got it. Animate object, cone of cold, modified memory, planar binding, hallucinatory terrain, ice storm, fly, non-detection alarm, false life, and sleep.
Okay, so no.
Planar binding is not going to be helpful, but uh,
I knew there was something about planar in there. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Should we worry about uh, putting out some of the lights in here, so not as to attract something from the mist?
I, 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 to be honest, I think that, well, I don't think it would really matter. Actually, he goes to the door and opens it, and he
Again,
is. Uh-huh.
fog and shadow, or mist
Yep.
and shadow, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. Not what he was worried about. He's going to fire an Eldritch Blast out.
All right. You see the blast dissipate quickly through the mists. You feel a bit of a tingling along your spine, although nothing else seems to happen from it.
um,
Anything changed that time?
No. So now he's trying to think again. Let's see. He will cast Dancing Light out the door.
Did you roll your D100 for the Eldritch Blast?
No, I did not.
You see the lights twinkle and begin to fade as they blend in with the mist and the white around you.
Well, this is sounding quite interesting. I think I may want to roll some sort of check based on Arcana, because I have a feeling that the plane is siphoning off the magic.
Is there anyone else still alive in this tavern besides us?
Yeah, a couple pirates who are just kind of like, huddling at tables, looking shell shocked.
Just gonna go over to Jasper and just in Elven just say, take one of the pirates out the door and see what happens.
Think that. Okay. I'll just stay back to him. As a first mate, I don't know if that's the ethical choice. But as someone who wants to get the fuck out of here and for science, maybe? Let's let Run try a few other things and then we'll see. I really don't
Okay.
want to make a pact with the Chaos Deity.
So, should I roll a check, see if I'm right? And if so, what check should I roll?
What are you trying to determine exactly?
That this plane is siphoning off magic
Okay,
from.
yeah, roll it, make an Arcana check.
Okay. Ooh, snap!
All right. You think about it, and you think about what you've read about the ethereal plane, and realize probably not siphoning. More like not in the conventional sense. More like the spell is then going through various layers of the ether and ending up somewhere else.
So essentially, it is. I'm casting into a different plane as it kind of. Like, we're in the spirit realm and they appear in the material realm. Kind of like thing.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
Oh no, there's probably just like some poor little shopkeep just like tending
Or
the front of the
or it's going the other way into the spirit, directly into the spirit realm, and whatever you might be damaging its spirit. So, because the ethereal, it's kind of like the skin. You're basically in the skin, and you're either firing up in out of the body or into the body, and into the body would be the spirit realm, for example. But you're like lodged in the skin currently.
Yeah, like he would just be out front tending to the front of a shop, and then all of a sudden Eldritch Blast appears, just like, ah!
And yeah, he kind of turns around. Well, the with my experimentation, I can deduce that I am either my spells are either appearing into either the material plane or the spirit realm.
But how would we know which one?
Well, well, that is a very good question. Because I really don't know.
walk over to the door and just like take one of the pretty stones that I found that I have in my inventory, and just like drop it out the door. Like, does it actually hit ground, or are we just like free floating through this space?
You're not exactly free floating, but you don't hear the sound that you would normally associate with hitting ground. It does seem to, instead of like hitting something, it seems to roll at an angle going away from the door. As if it's, getting to a plane where it's can roll along, but not exactly solid, if you get me.
Okay. Uh,
Um, uh, anybody have a rope?
Yes. I'll take my rope and throw it to him. Or I'll walk it over to run, and then just kind of crouch down and like whisper if we're far enough away from the other pirates. Just like also had the idea of maybe tying this rope around them, throwing them out there, and then pulling them back and see what happens.
I like your gusto, but I think it might be best if I do this one myself.
all right.
And then he ties off the rope around him and hands the other end to
Of it.
his buddy. Yeah. And he Floof and Floof kind of appears as his usual self, because this may need a little bit of his particular sight ability. Let's see. Trying to. Yep, there it is. Dark vision, 120 feet.
Well,
So yes, there may be mist and fog, but there is always the chance that through his eyes I can be able to see. Oh snap! This I did not realize about the familiar variant. Oh, anyways, that's something else.
crazy ideas for another time.
So he will do the familiar master thing and see through his eyes as Floof is on his shoulder, and he kind of makes his way out the door while someone holds on to the uh, other end of the rope.
Now, let me see if I got this straight. Is Floof the only one going out the door, or are you both going out the door?
We are both going out the door, but you
Okay.
see, Floof is on his shoulder.
So, you took a moment to reach. Oh, that's right. Your one has the ability to shape change naturally.
Yes.
So Floof shape changed back into a thing and it's no
Closet.
longer. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So you're both going out the door. And the rope is tied around you then?
Yes.
All right.
Floof is holding on to my shoulder, neck.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw as you're stepping out the door. It's nothing to do with magic.
Okay, wisdom saving throw for run.
Run, yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
As you step outside and realize you're standing on nothing, you start become overwhelmed with a sense of existential dread. I'm gonna need you have you make a roll on the madness table.
Wait a minute. I need to roll that again.
Why?
Because as a gnome, I get...
It's on magical effects. That's why I said it wasn't magical. This has nothing to do with magic. That's why I said that.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I started with. Alright, so give me a 1d100. Alright. You stepped outside, and as far as anyone else is concerned, you're doing one of the three following things: screaming, laughing, or weeping. Other than that, you are not moving.
Do I need to pull him back?
Pick which one it is, and you're doing this for a full 2 minutes. So is the existential dread caused you to scream, laugh, or weep?
I would say no and run. He would be laughing hysterically.
Yeah, he takes a step outside and starts laughing hysterically, and you have to pull him in.
Come back, little buddy. And I yank him back and I catch him.
Fun. Okay.
Do I, am I still laughing maniacally?
For 2 minutes, yes.
Okay, so for the next 2 minutes, you just see this, glazed look in his eyes as he...
I look at Erdan and the other pirates crouched behind the bar that kind of peek out, and I guess kind of like gestured for them to stay down.
They're not really behind the bar. They're currently like gathered around a table just to drink whatever they can. Especially now that Ron has come back laughing like that.
Alright. So, no one else goes outside.
Yeah.
I guess the only option I'm seeing here is for me to try to reach out to Lady of Chaos.
Where is that Lady of Chaos?
Try to make a deal. That's a good question. I'll just kind of look up at the ceiling and I don't remember her name.
Well, that's on you trying to remember what to call her.
Yeah, no. Is Run still at this point laughing easily?
He laughs for two full minutes before it finally stops.
I'll wait till he stops laughing and then ask him what the name of his patron is again.
He, after the 2 minutes, can't, I think I need something to drink. And he kind of just mindlessly walks behind the bar, searching for the strongest drink that could possibly be there. So you want to find, you want to speak to the traveler. Be a good idea if the cat will actually answer.
Traveler. I'm looking back up the ceiling.
Con save once you start drinking that, by the way.
I turn back around, look at the ceiling. Oh, great, traveler, if you could please spare a moment of your time. You're in need of help.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, fuck. I'm not good with the charisma.
Not bad.
Doesn't appear to be answering.
Kick a.
Should I give it a try?
Grab another chair, sit down. Sure, have at it, Dovit.
Great traveler, we request your aid. We are stuck in a plane, and we have no other options.
I would also like you to roll persuasion. Nothing.
Run
Want to
kinda-
make a deal?
Oh boy.
We'll make a deal. Become a warlock like you wanted. Help us.
The pirates are now giving you odd looks. And one of them who is lowering his bottle and asks, do you have something to do with this? And is now eyeing you suspiciously.
I didn't have shit to do with it. I'm just trying to get us out of this situation.
The gnome turns around, now. I should have read the fine print.
Roll a 17. How are you that drunk?
I don't know. And he slams the mug down. If you can at least give me a hand of how to get back to where we need to be at, maybe this chaos thing might be more fun. He yells out to the ether.
The druid at the table rolls her eyes and just downs a glass of something, and whispers over towards the others, although a bit loudly, saying, "It looks like the little gnome cannot hold his liquor very well. He's shouting at nothing."
Do I need to roll a persuasion myself?
You already failed your roll earlier on trying to get in contact with her.
Well, the
What-
only other thing I can think of is to maybe have Ron keep casting spells until he runs out of slots, and maybe
What about-
eventually.
What about Erdan? Could he try to persuade her as well?
On.
He hops down off the table he's been standing on. Walks to the center of the room and he looks straight up at the ceiling and he goes, "You know what? I don't think she's coming. I don't think she could if she wanted to. I think she's a nobody who has to have everyone else do her work for her." I need to roll for that.
Either persuasion or intimidation, up to you.
Roll for sass.
Roll for Stark.
I honestly don't know.
And your persuasion's 1, your intimidation. So, whichever one.
Intimidation.
Oh my god.
12.
No
Yeah.
response.
All right.
Either she does not hear you or she doesn't care what you're saying.
Thank the gods, I did not want to become a plant again.
Again.
All right. Run takes a deep breath and just starts making mage hands just over and over again.
All right, give me a wisdom saving throw, and yes, this would be sort of a magical effect. All right.
Oh.
So you keep stacking mage hands for a while to no seeming avail.
And then it probably kind of dawns on Run. You know what? I don't think the power of chaos extends beyond the material realm.
So, so you have a patron who is a deity of chaos that gave you extra spells that whenever you cast these spells, it sends you to a place that they don't have power.
Well, technically, she never did say she was a deity.
There, still, will help give you extra powers to send you to a place that you don't know how to get out of, and they have no power.
And he sits down and he starts looking around. And he looks over to the surviving pirates. Eh, I'm going to ask this. Was there any magical items that your boss would store here that could possibly be helpful?
I will be right back.
But he's not really our boss. He's the guy that runs the tavern, or ran the tavern rather.
I'm sure that he had some treasure about, correct? You know, for quick handling of deals that might be procured.
He might have kept it in the vault. That was not in here. In the city. Well, not city. Over in the warehouse.
And I'm going to assume that the warehouse did not come with us.
No, it didn't. You didn't see it out there. All you saw was the the white and the shadow.
Does Erdan have dark vision?
He's an elf, and I thought elves had dark vision, but it doesn't have it on his sheet. That'd be a particular type of elf, because he's wood elf.
I thought all elves had it.
Yeah, all elves do.
Yeah, it's not on his character sheet anywhere, though.
Yes, it is. He's got vision and dark vision. I just looked at it.
Here. Yeah, well, it doesn't say it on his character sheet that I can find, because all their stuff is in alphabetical order. Usually has a little thing on the side in the features and traits that says dark vision.
It's on his token. I set it up like that. Since he's an elf.
Yeah, he has dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, yeah, with Dread Ambusher, I think he actually gets extra dark vision too, like 120 feet.
Yep. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But I had a question. So, are there any other doors or cellar doors in this tavern?
Yeah, there's 2 more doors over here.
Alright, can you ping those one more time?
That'd be next to you, Jasper.
I had the character sheet up.
And I'm
Thank
gonna go to the door closest to Jasper. Just open it and see what's in there.
I mean, it's basically Jasper who can't see in the dark and can only see with the light. You're gonna have to move your token to be able to see the doors.
I don't know where his token. There it is. Ah,
See?
there we go. Yep.
Alright. Book description time. Oh, I think my place card may have fallen out of here. Oh, nope, it's up further.
Oh no.
Ah, here it is. So that is that room. So this appears to be a kitchen. It doesn't seem to have too much, but there is a pot, and there's a little stove and a little work counter. For the most part, you see collections of dried meat, some sausages, some potatoes and rice, and some kind of meat chunks curing that it's hard to tell exactly what it is.
Alright, and straight across from the entrance right there, is that a window?
What? Where?
On my screen it shows like...
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's actually, you're right. It does have windows. They're really, really tiny, though, and you don't see anything out there. It's just dark. It's just darkness and little bits of white.
Okay. Step out and just be like, well, at least we won't starve to death in here. And then I'll go to the other door to check it out.
All right. So you see what appears to be a private room. It has a hammock, has a chest, has some books piled up on a table, a pile of reeds. And that's about it.
I'll go and try to open the chest and see what's in it.
It is
and
most
if there's
definitely
nothing-
locked.
Boy, if only there
Go,
was
Matt!
if only there was a rogue that could open a chest.
You cold?
See if you can break the lock off this, or just give it to Run and see if he can get it open. Worth a shot.
What kind of a check would I need to roll?
If you're investigating to see if the test is locked, which he's already said it is, that would just be investigation. If not, sleight of hand. And if you have thieves' tools, you could do it with proficiency.
I don't think I have thieves' tools. He said, see if I could break the lock.
Oh, okay, that's a strength check then.
Force it.
Yeah. Run
Yeah,
comes,
you smack the lock, nothing happens.
Run comes to look to see what these two gentlemen are doing as he hears all the banging and clanging. Uh, is there something that I might be able to help with?
He's getting food, but I'm sure he would say yes. If you can help get the lock off of this.
And he casts prestidigitation to create thieves' tools.
I didn't think you can actually create thieves' tools that way.
Yes, you can actually.
Can you show me the text again, please?
I'm pretty sure
And
there is one part of it that says that you can make like little
you
tools or
can,
like little things.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can,
that's why I wanted to see what it says in prestidigitation, because I always think of that as a cleaning spell. So I wanted to see the text, please.
give me just a second. Spells, prestidigitation. You create a non-magical trinket or an illusionary image that can fit in the palm of your hand that lasts till the end of
Okay.
your next turn.
All right. So this this sort of little trinket is not as useful as the normal thieves tool set, but it will assist you in attempting to open that. So you can use your sleight of hand to try to open the chest. Okay. The chest opens up, and you see that it appears to be stuffed with clothes, trinkets, a few more books. And that appears to be it for the chest.
Okay, he will examine the books and trinkets, see if any of them might
All right.
be.
Give me investigation or perception. As you're going through the chest and, like, pulling out the clothes and starting to lift out the trinkets and whatnot, you come to the realization that there's a few inches of extra space that there should be here. That there might be a false bottom.
And Run will look for any sort of trigger mechanism or perhaps a little small slit that he can use to lift up the false bottom.
Using that investigation check, you find it quickly and pull it up, revealing 58 gold pieces, 140 silver, a bluish potion with the bubbles floating in it, and 3 black eye patches.
Three black eye patches. Okay. Well, I, as out of character, I would know that that is a potion of water breathing. Would Run
Arcana check.
or history check actually, since it is a magic item.
Since your background. Yeah, you recognize that to be a potion of water breathing.
Okay, and the eye patches, does that do anything to let me know what the eye patches might be, or?
Not a clue.
Okay. Well, he will pocket everything minus one eye patch. So that would be just a second here. Okay, so we're up. Here we go. How much gold was that again?
58 gold pieces and 140 silver pieces.
Okay, so 58. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that would be and 100 and what now for the silver?
140.
140. Okay.
And I will be right back. I need some water.
Three. Mysterious black eye patches. And a potion of water breathing. And he will actually take one of the eye patches and put it on.
While she's getting some water, did you all hear the new Pokemon announcement?
No.
We are getting a normal and ghost type now for in Legends Arceus.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
This is turning out to be
And I'm
a
back. Hello, small child.
Forgetting there's a child.
Oops.
Okay, so what? You know, I am running out of ideas right now.
Same. I was
Because,
hoping that me calling out to her and like saying that I was ready to make a deal might do something.
well,
But
like I said, out of, you know, I, yeah, I don't think her magic as far as the chaos bit extends to this. Oh, wait a minute. Remember that uh, souls cannot go to the other side because they usually get eaten up first. Maybe there's also another reason why they can't make it to the other side. Because the ethereal plane is cut off from them.
But we saw what happened to you last when you tried to step out, so we're kind of constrained to this building.
And remind
you
me,
kind of went panic laughter that I haven't seen before and I don't really like. Um, let's not go outside, or like I'm kind of like lower my voice, or we'll throw one of the pirates. What happened?
And we know they won't die immediately.
Yeah, I might just go. Okay.
let's see.
I'm sort of figuring. And let's just tie a rope to the poor bastard. Come out the door.
What is my alignment? Chaotic neutral? Let's change my alignment.
Hmm.
Wait. Uh, da-da-da-da. I can do like a summoned beast? Or like summon elemental or like something like that to where we can make that go outside?
I
That would a summon beast work on this plane? I don't. For the bestial spirit, uses the bestial fuck. Due to the chosen of certain traits or that block. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't have to be a beast from that plane.
oh, I just thought of something.
But
Okay, well, blink causes you to go into the ethereal realm, correct?
yes.
This is true.
And we are currently in the ethereal realm.
This is also true.
Huh?
What if you are in the ethereal realm and you do blink? Would it take you to the material realm or the spiritual realm? One of the two.
How many people will blink carry at once?
Person.
Luckily, we do have a familiar that can shapeshift into a blink dog. But I would need confirmation if it would work.
Wait.
You won't know till you try.
Floof, let's do Moon Dog real quick. Or Blink Dog. So he jumps down and he transforms into a Blink Dog. Okay.
All right, your familiar is currently a blink dog.
So teleport. The dog magically teleports along with with any equipment it is wearing or carrying, up to 40 feet, and then before and after teleportation. Okay, so I can only. Where did my blink dog go to? I cannot seem to. Oh, no, that is the closet. That. Okay, so I know I dropped the token for the blink dog. Anybody see it? Well, let's try this again.
You looking for your blink dog token?
Yes.
All right, let's see what's going on with this.
Up. There we go.
Yes, there it is.
Okay, so he will have the blink dog. He will hop onto the blink dog's back, and he is going to have the blink dog blink.
All right, give me a 1d2.
Okay, bye.
A 1d2, you said?
Yep.
Okay, so how about a D4 evens or odds?
You can roll it as a 1d2.
Oh, that's what I mean.
All right. Okay. So, when you blink away, you don't find yourself where exactly you would expect to find yourself. Instead, you seem to be in a different tavern. This one has smoky people standing around in it, and piles of gold everywhere. They turn and look at you in surprise as you appear in, and you're also hearing bits of music that was kind of discordant as you're looking around in there. And the people aren't, they're not human, they're not like elven or gnomish, but they're also not alien, if you know what I mean. They kind of look like distorted humans or gnomes or dwarves or, any general race that you're aware of, but just not at the same time. Like, stretched shadows, but with more substance. Not exactly ghosts, more solid than that.
Okay. So,
And, like, they're staring and whispering at you, and before you can even say anything more, you end up blinking back to the tavern with your companions, mostly across the room now with your blink dog.
okay, so
And after a few moments, you see Run and the blink dog just kind of appear across the room. And Run may or may not have an odd expression on his face.
no longer in whispers.
Yep, no longer in whispers.
Well,
Did he just disappear and reappear?
pretty much.
What did you see?
It was definitely not this tavern.
Okay.
The pirates are now looking at you guys curiously.
What do you mean it wasn't this tavern?
Well, I'm going to assume that we appeared into the. This is out of character. So maybe I should roll a history check because that kind of reminded me a lot of what the Traveler's Tavern looked like.
Not exactly. It did look a lot like this tavern, except not at the same time.
Well, I did see that there was people there. I couldn't make out who they were because I will assume that it was because we were in between states. But there was definitely substance to them. Just and, and there was a lot of gold laying around too.
A lot of gold?
And he thinks for a moment. Let's and he tells Floof, let's do this again. See what happens again.
Wait. Before you disappear again, I figured out a way that I can make 8 dogs. I have a spell, conjure woodland beings. I can conjure 8 1/4 level fey creatures and 1/4. So
What CR rating?
1/4.
1/4.
That's exactly what a blink dog is. Like while you guys were away, I was looking that up on D&D Beyond, and I could summon 8 of them.
Ah, smart.
So if you can figure out a way for this to work, I've got a spell that I can get all of us out of here, including the other pirates.
Okay, so here is the next try thing to do is to reappear and see if he can snag any of the gold. See what happens.
Yeah, the problem is I don't have that spell. It is a 4th level spell, and I don't have any slots left. So this may be a after I rest thing.
Well, we have to at least see what we can do first.
Yeah, go ahead and do your thing, and then we'll figure out what we can do.
Yep,
All right, you ready, Ren?
I'm ready.
Okay. You blink back to that same spot and seem to be stared at by things that, as you're looking more at them, don't appear to have faces. You see piles of gold on where tables are and where chairs are, and huge piles just kind of laying around. Are you going to attempt to pluck something, or are you trying to arm sweep?
I am trying to either pluck or just grabbing something to see if he could be able to
You have
bring
to
it.
make a you have to make a choice. Are you using fingers, or are you trying to grab stuff with the whole arm?
I I will try with just fingers, just kind of grab real
All right.
quick.
So as you're moving past, and just before your blink dug blinks back, you reach out to grab at one of the piles, only to discover these are all interconnected pieces. They're not actually gold coins. They are what looks like gold from the surface. And as you touch one, the entire thing starts to move and shift. And then you're back. Run and the blink dog appear over here.
What was it?
A large. Well, they look like gold coins, but they were connected.
Oh,
Like a hive?
Well, not exactly a hive. Um, all
did it
right.
did it squish?
No, it all moved at the same time when I tried to uh, touch it. Um, so uh, it did feel hard, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you reached out to put your finger on it and realized that no, this isn't a coin that's laying on top of something. It's more like it's a scale of something that's firmly in place.
Okay. Blink Dog is a. Just need to verify something here. A medium creature. Okay. So not like a large creature, or I would have had Jasper join me this time to see what would happen. Or could I roll an intelligence check to see if that would be possible?
Wait.
It would be possible for you to get off and for Jasper to get on and ride.
Um, uh, Jasper, maybe you can give it a try real quick.
Worth a shot, I guess.
All right, and he jumps off and
You ready, Jasper?
Yep.
Alright, so you blink away with the blink dog and find yourself in what looks like the tavern, kind of, sort of. Except there are piles of gold in places, and there are these
The back of the blink
people.
dog, and then blink out, see.
There are people that are basically faceless and semi-amorphous. Like, as if they are shadows, but more solid, or ghosts that are more solid, that are just kind of like standing there, turned towards you. Although without faces, it's hard to tell how they see you, but it's like there's a feeling that they can see you. And nearby, there is a huge pile of gold that is shifting and expanding and looking like it's reaching towards you.
What the fuck? That's creepy. That's so creepy. Down a floof and just blink back.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, come on. Okay, hang on. Oh.
Oh no. So, good news, bad news. The massive pile of gold seems to have knocked you off of the blink dog right as it blinks away.
Oh, fuck.
And it begins to engulf you as the blink dog goes back by itself. Your blink dog returns. Jasper does not.
tells me that the okay. So what's going on?
What did you do?
I can say nothing.
Is that because the blink dog returned, but you did not?
Yeah, the Jasper did not return with the blink dog.
Oh no.
Immediately run over and grab the blink dog. And, blink dog.
Wait, who said that?
On.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh,
I am terrible with voices. Sorry. Wait, where's Erdan's token? Oh, there's Erdan's token.
oh God.
Alright.
You know, I
Blink! Erdan, did you overhear the description, that I told the Jasper? Hello?
I hear you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Test. Okay. Did you hear the description I gave to Jasper?
No, he left the room just in case. But
okay.
I did tell him whenever he enters the room, I'm basically on the floor getting devoured by a moving pile of gold.
Okay, yeah, you're in what looks like a very similar tavern, with creepy faceless people, and a pile of gold that is now surrounding Jasper, and seemingly engulfed and consuming her.
Any parts sticking out?
I imagine
is
one of her
it-
arms is sticking out.
I'll, grab her arm and try to pull.
And basically, this is what you guys say.
Wait. Oh. Can I turn into a big ass wolf so maybe you can't eat me as easily? I'm not as small.
Sure.
It would make me large.
Yeah, the first thing I'd do would be try to like pull her arm and maybe like I guess the blink dog went back without me if I hopped off.
Yeah.
Try to
Wait, you have a wolf or dire wolf? Okay, dire wolf.
Yeah, that's a direwolf.
Alright, so yeah, blink dog reappears. I'll go talk to the others. So, the blink dog reappears again alone.
Unless they rolled out off like real dice or something. The blink dog returns with someone.
Nope, the blink dog came back by itself.
Oh no.
I think I better go back myself. And he, unlike the other two, I'm pretty sure that I myself would be able to come back. And if not, just just continue to bring everyone else to the other side till we can figure out how to get through this mess. Here we go.
Run. You reappear on the other side, this time to a scene that's far more chaotic, as you see a giant wolf being consumed by a vast pile of gold.
Devoured by a pile of gold.
Mimics.
Not a mimic.
Not a mimic, just a wave of gold.
Oh, the weight of gold. Oh God.
A wave. If you see the board, it's just a big wave kind of looking thing. And even in my direwolf form, I'm large, and I'm still way smaller than that thing.
Oh my God.
What do you wish to do, Ren?
Okay, so I think I am going to fire an Eldritch Blast at the gold wave.
Alright, make an attack roll.
Oh boy. Okay.
We need a cleric, guys. We need a cleric real bad.
Nice. Okay. Did that roll the damage?
Did not roll the damage, sadly. That makes me think of a song from the Critical Failure series. I need a cleric. Come heal me.
Okay, so there's the damage it does.
Alright.
I think.
And that is force damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. What? 1d20. You rolled a 16 plus 6. It's still showing you critted.
Trying to figure that out. Do I need to re-roll the damage, or because some didn't?
I mean, it would be 5 and the crit is 2, so it would just be 5 damage, but...
Okay, so that would be
What's
okay. So, huh?
your modifier?
The
6.
Yeah, my modifier's 6.
So that should be a +6. Do you add your Eldritch Blast? Does your Eldritch Blast damage supposed to get +6? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to read up on. It doesn't.
Okay, because I know there was like a particular warlock type, so that means you did 7 damage with that. I don't know why you re-rolled the damage on that because you'd already rolled it up here.
Oh, because we were trying to figure out where
Yeah.
it rolled a crit. And
Yeah,
it
crit of
showed,
2.
So actually, it would be a. Wouldn't it actually be a 10 or
No,
so?
no. You rolled you got the first one. It was 5. The damage was 5, but because you crit, it doubled up on the dice, which was
Which
an
was
additional
the
2.
2. Okay.
Yeah, so therefore 7. You did 7 damage with that hit.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I was just redoing the re-roll again just to make sure to see what it was doing because I'd never done it off uh this screen before.
My question was though, where it's glowing green, his initial roll for the Eldritch Blast. That shows that he critted on that.
Yes, that's what the 2. That's what the 2
Yes.
was.
The total.
It shows that he rolled a 16 though. That's why
Where
I'm
does
like,
it
that's
show
why
that?
whenever you hover over the 22, it shows it highlighted in green 16 plus 6.
Okay. So that's odd. Maybe I don't know.
That's what I was confused about. Cause I'm like, wait.
Oh, that's the +6. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spell attack is +6.
Yeah, where it was just showing you critted, and I'm like, you rolled a 16 plus 6,
Oh,
22.
I get it. So
It's showing you critted like you rolled a natural 20, but you didn't.
the damage is 5. If I would have critted, it would have been 7.
Yes.
So
I was just wondering why it showed that you critted whenever you rolled a 16. I was like, I've never seen it do that.
actually, I think I figured it out now. Kind of like how when you roll from your character sheet on Roll20, it'll have both the one you actually rolled and then a second one if you if you have disadvantage or advantage.
Yeah.
So basically, this was just rolling an extra one in the event of a critical, because all I did was where it says Eldritch Blast on the where I rolled the attack. I just clicked on that, and that's how the 5+ crit came up. So basically, same principle as the advantage disadvantage roll.
Mhm. It's all good.
But
The pile of gold is retaliating against the wolf by throwing it violently against the wall twice, basically whipping it back and forth.
Right on. Ooh! 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 We got a problem, guys.
yeah, I think our druid just died.
Hang on. Yeah, I did because I had the first hit would have knocked me out of wolf form. The extra damage carried over with the second hit. I'm unconscious.
Yeah, so basically, her Jesper's body is now laying prone at your feet, Ren.
All right.
Peace out, guys. Hope we got a health potion.
I'm kind of wondering if I have the ability to reach down and at least grab a hold of her before we blink out.
Alright, that would leave Uridan sitting there.
I already had. I was trying to grab.
He was holding on to my arm and
Alright.
pulling me out. Then whenever I turned into a wolf, like I guess he would have been holding on to my paw.
Well, I'd imagine if you turned into a wolf, he would have lost track of his ability to grab onto you, since he would have been grabbing your hand, and your hand vanished and got too big.
Like I thought I just like morphed into the wolf, like my arms and stuff will like
Dire wolves, though, those paws are huge.
through.
And there's a lot of thrashing going on.
Yeah. I would have lost the grip whenever I got thrashed and gosh.
Real quick though, does this look a little more realistic this time around?
What do you mean?
Like it is the material plane?
No.
Still faceless
Okay.
people.
Okay.
And despite the name on there, that these aren't golems. These are, but basically the horde golem is exactly the stats and appearance that these things have, but they're not golems.
Gotcha. Like the ones in the on the temple, whatever.
What?
The 4 stone golems.
No. These are horde golems are a lot tougher than those if these were golems, but these are not golems.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Here's the plan. If I can get her back to the tavern, and I appear by Dovit, I'm gonna tell Eye of the Storm to heal Jasper, and I'm just gonna grab Dovit by the arm and come back.
All right.
And then so that way there's some backup.
One by one, with the blink dog blinking back and forth rapidly, your companions are returned to this area with Jasper laying prone on the ground, looking bloodied.
Oh no, what happened?
And he Run just grabs you by the arm, looks to Eye of the Storm, says, "Heal her," and then kind of tug on Floof's back of the neck to vanish again.
The druid frowns and looks at you, and looks over at you, Dovit, and says, "I don't actually have healing magic."
Fuck. Do I need to roll?
Oh, kind of
What?
druid doesn't have healing magic.
a stormy druid who likes the open sea and is really a witch druid.
Do I need to roll as a death saving throw?
Oh,
If
God.
no one can immediately heal you, yes, you do have to roll a death saving throw.
There's nothing added to that, right? Like no constitution or anything?
No con, just roll a death saving throw.
Yeah, it's just a straight D20.
Nope, that's failure.
Hoping for a 10 or a higher.
Yep, I got an 8.
Oh no, what happened?
It's 1 failure.
Does anyone have a potion? Anyone able to heal her?
Actually,
One has a bag of holding.
Ron, you come back and realize that Jasper's still on the ground, completely unhealed.
let's see. I know that I should. But it is not listed on my sheet, so therefore I do not have a potion of healing.
Oh, God, guys, I want to die. I'm gonna die. Let's die.
This is horrible. I'm sorry.
I have. Oh, I have a thing, but I can't.
I love Jasper. I don't want her to die, but I'm also not gonna coddle you guys. This is a meat grinder.
I
Roll.
know.
Roll again.
Okay, success.
All right. Does anyone want to try anything?
David is just concerned. He's confused. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what he needs to do.
Okay.
He's just overloaded.
All right. I think. Oh shoot! I'm having a brain fart. Not David, not Run, not Jasper, but Jasper's boo.
Yeah, Erdon.
Yes. He needs backup.
I thought you grabbed him and brought him back here too.
Was he attached to?
Yeah, that's what I assumed. That's what I. That's what I.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Then. Okay, so Run's going to try a medicine check on.
He doesn't have any healing spells. Or
She is badly hurt and struggling to breathe. Do you have a healer's kit?
I do.
Would you be able to press to digitize a healer's tool?
No.
No.
It's a whole lot of mess that you have to buy one.
For a healer's kit, you actually need like a mortar pestle. It's like a first aid kit altogether, and that's the only thing you can do with a prestidigitation is create trinkets and tools the size of your hand.
And clean a wound, but this is she's been bashed against things.
Are there any first aid materials behind the bar?
There's booze, and if there's any
there's
rags
booze.
Anybody proficient with healer's kits? Other than Jasper.
It doesn't show, like, it only shows he's proficient with weapons and, like, languages and stuff. You're not proficient in math. You have a +5.
Hey, a +5 is good. Run only has a +3 in medicine, so.
Yeah, like Erdon will just grab like some booze and like any kind of fabric that he can find. Like if there's like anything covering the windows, I'll just grab that stuff, have it like getting cut up into like smaller straps for like bandages.
All right.
And
while you're doing
check.
He's a good doctor.
While you're doing that, Jasper has to roll another death saving throw.
Yep.
Because you're taking time, and
Yep.
these rolls
Okay,
go by quick.
success.
All right. So, roll a survival check to see how good your makeshift healer's kit is. All right, that's good. You can now use that to see if you can stabilize her.
Listen.
All right. So you spent some time over her unconscious form, and figure out where to apply the bandages properly, where to put some antiseptic, where to put this and that, so that she stops trembling, stops any bleeding that is visible, and starts just more of a deep sleep at the moment, like a tiny coma rather than a bleeding to death situation. So Jasper has been stabilized.
Don will just stand up like he's got blood from his fingertips to his elbows. Like she's gonna live.
But now, can somebody explain to me what happened?
Apparently, whatever is on the other side where we appeared at attacked.
Attacked?
Well, remember those gold pieces that weren't gold pieces?
Yes.
Well, it was one of them.
Oh, what were they?
Erden?
I went over. As soon as I got there, Jasper was swallowed up by it. I went to grab her hand and pull her out, and she tried to turn into a wolf, but it didn't help any, and it literally just thrashed her against the wall. Luckily, Run came back and got us out when he did. I probably would have been next.
David feels ashamed that he wasn't there to help his friends when they needed him.
Oh, buddy.
He literally screams out in rage.
Run kind of lays a hand on his leg. It wasn't your fault, buddy. And there was
Did
nothing
that wake
you
me
could do.
up?
No, sadly, you're currently unconscious and needing the unconsciousness to heal.
Oh, okay. I was gonna give David a hug.
David walks from the bar over here and he wants to smash this table.
Make a strength check.
All right, so
Oh, that's a strength save. How do I do a strength check? Right here.
Oh,
Oh,
so high though.
yeah.
You still rolled a 16 plus your strength modifier, so that's plus 5, which means that's a 21.
He shouts out again as he slams his fist down on that table.
As I said, table has been destroyed.
well, if you feel so strongly, maybe you would like to accompany me back to the other side.
I don't think
that.
it's a good idea to go back there.
Little friend, our survival.
What's that?
If back there, what would our odds of survival be?
Well, as long as we don't get attacked by that thing, I would say pretty good. But if we get attacked by that thing and Floof does not come back to get us, I would say quite slim.
Are there any other options we haven't considered to try and get out of here that's not going to cause us to potentially come in conflict with a monster?
Well, I know that I almost went crazier than I usually am when I walked out. And it seems like wherever we went to had a little more uh, possibility of getting us back to where we need to go. However, with that said, it's going to be a little hard for us to be bouncing around when there's only one blink dog.
What would happen if I were to throw a torch out the door?
Don't know. Let's see.
I have torches in my inventory, so I use one of my torches and I light it and throw it out the door. Outside it, far enough away from the door that we can have time to prepare ourselves if something comes to attack us, but not close enough that it's going to burn the place down. I've almost lost one of my friends today. I don't want to risk losing another.
Grizz, would there be a possible chance of Run being able to start a plains map, perhaps?
You can certainly try.
Saying what?
A planar map.
Oh.
Can he? Is there something?
What sort of
he could-
material? What sort of material do you currently have on hand?
I do have. I do have paper, ink, and actually anything to make a map. He can be able to get from the tavern because he did have to make a map before for the now deceased owner. But he does have cartographer tools.
All right, but remember, you're attempting to transcribe multi-dimensional space into 2 dimensions, so that might not be. Trying to make a
Right.
map is still
Yeah,
extraordinarily
right now-
difficult when it comes to this sort of thing.
Right now, to create an actual map would be a bit hard to do, but would there be something he could roll to perhaps figure out where he was just at? Because he knows where he had been at, and because of the planar shift, he knows where he's at now.
Arcana
But
check.
a what?
Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay.
Alright, so you pour back over your memory and go into lessons read about the ethereal plane, about the various layers of it, how there are sections that are basically the stretchy stuff that goes between certain planes. Goes between like the various mortal planes, especially like threads through and then connects in places. But then it also borders up against what is also known as the spirit plane. The spirit plane is a reflection of the living planes, and pulls in things like memories and various things that are hard to define in words. Various concepts. And in fact, when you're thinking about it, you realize that gold piles could be a aspect of greed, and that what you wandered into was basically the same tavern that you were just left, but formed out of the sort of things that went on in there. So what you happened to notice more was the greed, like the greed of the pirates and everything like that. That
Are
went
we
into
about-
that place.
Are
So
we about to
basi-
Dante's Inferno go through the 9 levels of hell?
I
No,
think-
it's just that there are aspects like that in the spirit realm, and some of them can be considered positive, some of them can be considered negative, and you can see versions of both hell, those aspects of both hell and paradise, for that matter, intertwined with each other rather than parsed out as you would with the 9 layers of hell and the 7 virtues. Was it? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've read those.
Okay. So essentially, what's going on is we are in the middle of these various levels, and
Layers.
When
It comes to the ethereal plane, it's layers, because they're layered on top of each other rather than levels, or they're connected and attached to each other and influence each other rather than the way that the 9 layers of hell are, for example.
Yeah. But either way, and so when we blinked, we went to a higher layer instead of going to a lower layer.
Well, that's the thing. You don't know what it would mean to be higher or lower, because such a thing doesn't exist. But instead of heading back to the material plane like you wanted to, you ended up deeper into the ethereal and ended up in the spirit realm.
That's what I was trying to get at. So it's more of it's not a directional map. It will be more of a descriptive map. That's the best way to put it.
There you go. Notes.
Yes.
You're going to put down descriptive notes.
Yes.
That sounds good.
He can use graphic representation just for mental process, kind of like spirit realm up, material plane down, and then kind of like lines in between, or going through, and knowing how blink works. It pretty much just goes like one layer in, and then allows the whoever blinks to just shift to a different place.
For what you understand from blinks is that it goes in between what I guess you could call the substrate, which is where you are now. This is the area where phase spiders end up and such. It's not like a blinking and constantly going to up or down a layer sort of thing. It's you're blinking to the substrate from either the material plane or the spirit realm, basically.
Exactly.
So it's like if you're blinking, your blinks are always going to go back, threading in one direction, kind of like a simple stitching and sewing, or crocheting or something like that, instead of doing some more abstract and trying to do 2 layers at once.
Exactly. So he could place a spot where where he, as a representation, right in the middle of where at least some layers that he has just, kind of drawn some lines, and he'll put a note there. Uh, Greed, one layer above where they're at. You know, what they experienced.
All right.
And so, well, if we do the blink thing, um, it will take some time to cycle through, but I think it can be done. But it looks like we would end up towards the spirit realm.
And with that note, you guys have the next 2 weeks to think about what you're gonna do with that information.
Oh,
Did anything come of me tossing my torch out the door?
It seemed to slide across some sort of surface, although you didn't hear anything. But eventually, it just seemed to go away. Not really falling, not vanishing, but more like it didn't seem to move, but at the same time, it got more and more further away until finally you could no longer detect it.
Okay.
yeah. So I realized that with those 2 hits that the old wave monster did, that was 90 points of damage. Even if I was full health in my normal form, that would have left me with 1 hit point.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yeah, I had like 37 as a direwolf, and I was left with 41 of my 91. But after looking at both of those, I was just like, I'm down. I'm not even. There's no point in doing the math on that. I'm just down.
Well, I think we had better just get some rest for the time being.
Yeah, especially
Because,
since Jasper is still unconscious.
We need a cleric, guys.
But
We need a cleric.
Yep.
she is still stable.
And I will advertise for a cleric since Torin said he had to drop out of the campaign. So he's just going to stay on the ship.
I'm not entirely sure if he's going to drop out or not. That's just, he was saying that he might have to. I didn't hear anything else